Alright guys, welcome on back to the channel, and in today's video we're going to be taking at one of the best ways in Black Ops 6 Zombies to be farming out some Gobblegums and a bunch of XP right now, especially during this double XP weekend. I'm sure some of you guys probably already know about this because we have already talked about it before, but there's been some updates to how I get this done. Not only is this just really fun to fly around the map and kill some zombies, but you can actually completely go AFK for quite a few hours before the game will actually kick you. If you guys are looking for an easy way to farm up a bunch of Gobblegums before we get the release of our new map Shattered Veil here in just a couple of days, we definitely got you guys covered. With all that the way, if you guys are into zombies content, do me a huge favor, smack the hell out of that like button, subscribe to the channel, and I hope you guys enjoyed today's video. If you guys are looking to unlock any of those mastery camos here in Black Ops 6 and you just don't have the time to grind these things out, and I'm talking about Abyss, Nebula, and Dark Matter, then be sure to check out Mitch Cactus. They offer the most reliable services in Call of Duty, including bot lobbies, camo unlocks, or pre-made accounts. So if you are someone that just doesn't have time to game all day and you want to unlock these things, then be sure to check out Mitch Cactus. For a little bit of security, they got thousands of great reviews on Trustpilot, so be sure to head on over to the site and check out any of the deals that they got going on, and be sure to use code REALG for a limited time only. If you guys remember, a while back we had a glitch in the tomb with the ice staff where if you would charge up the ice staff and shoot it at the ground and pull out the hand cannon, basically what would be happening is it would be projecting the damage from the hand cannon everywhere throughout the ice staff shot. Not only did this work with the hand cannon, but it also ended up working with the lethals as well. What you could do is go into equipment behavior and set it over to toggle. Whenever you would go and shoot down the ice staff shot, you would just pull out your equipment and just lay waste to all the zombies. Now basically this same exact glitch has actually been replicated over in Liberty Falls with the jet gun, except for with this it's not only going to be doing that, but it's also going to be giving you infinite jet gun ammo, honestly making this glitch a lot more OP, and you guys are going to see why. There's a few things you guys are going to need to have on you in order to do this, and the first one is your field upgrade is going to need to be Ether Shroud. Now for the augments, the must have is going to be the Void Sheath, and I would also recommend rocking the extra charge just in case you mess up. You will also have to have a two-handed melee weapon, either the Sais or the Nunchucks. Things like the bow staff or the combat knife will not work for this. It has to be a dual wielding melee weapon. You'll also need a throwable lethal. I would recommend either the thermo grenade or the Semtex. Now from what I've been told is that Speed Cola and Melee Macchiato can both cause problems while doing this, so I would just avoid getting those perks, which is honestly fine by me. I think the four main perks that I would get while doing this is going to be Quick Revive, Jug, Stamina Up, and PhD. When you get into Liberty Falls, the very first thing you guys are going to want to do is build the jet gun, which I just showed you guys how to do on the screen. You guys have been playing Black Ops 6 for a while now. Hopefully you guys know how to do this by now. Before we go ahead and jump into the glitch, I would recommend you guys go ahead and pack a punch the jet gun. There's one perk that you guys really should have by now. It should be at least Stamina Up. If I didn't mention this before, you gotta have the Hot Foot augment on Stamina Up. It's gonna give you that really nice big speed boost whenever you kill zombies with your lethals, which is gonna come in really big handy here. In order to get into the infinite ammo jet gun glitch, it's actually incredibly easy. The only thing we're gonna want to do is make sure we have our jet gun out, and we're going to pop our Ether Shroud. Now this is going to pull our melee weapons out, and we're just gonna want to be spamming down on that right stick, just swinging away with our melee weapons. When the Ether Shroud runs out, the jet gun's going to automatically pull itself back out and keep spamming down on that right stick. Now you're going to swing the jet gun a couple of times and then hit that right trigger once. If this is done correctly, the jet gun will just be infinitely on, and you'll notice we're not losing any ammo. Similar to the tomb glitch, we can go ahead and pull out that lethal, make sure that your equipment behavior is set to toggle. Basically what is happening here is the game thinks that the thunder gun is just continuously running, and it's also pushing out that damage from your lethal at the same time, which is basically just decimating anything in its path. Like I recommended before, if you have Stamina Up with the Hot Foot augment on, you're just burning up everything with your thermo or with the Semtex, whatever you have on in your hand, and you're just going to be speeding around the map, just flying through these zombies and manglers, and it's honestly so much fun. What I like to do sometimes is turn on the Rampage Inducer, and I just run back and forth through the hallways of the bank as the zombies spawn in, just to get through the rounds really quickly. If you want to take a break, you can just tuck yourself behind that wall by the vault. I just recommend that your crosshairs are kind of like pointed at the door jamb right across from you. You can really honestly just sit there and go AFK for a really long time. From my personal experience from doing this, the game does like to kick you out roughly around 100 rounds if you're completely AFK. If you can just wiggle your controller every like 2 or 3 hours or so, you could honestly sit here and go all the way up to 999. Oh, I kind of get it. For me, I don't really like to leave my console or my PC just sitting there running idle like that for too long, especially during the double XP and the double Gobblegum weekend just before the release of the new map. I kind of think it's worth it. This is something that I would highly recommend you guys jump on and take advantage of. of before Treyarch goes ahead and patches this really does seem like something they won't let stay in the game forever. Who knows, being that it's Liberty Falls on an older map, maybe they're not focused on it too much. Do know that with the tomb and with the ice staff glitch, they wanted to get on top of that one right away because it was their most recently released map and everybody was trying to get the boss fight done and complete the main quest, and they didn't want everybody just kind of cheesing it, so I can kind of understand that one. But even with this jet gun glitch here, as a player, I can understand why this glitch has got to go. It really does just cheese absolutely everything in the game for you. Hey, if it lets us grind out a bunch of Gobblegums and XP before they end up taking it away, you might as well take advantage of it while it's here. If you want my opinion, I think Zombies is a PvE game mode and nobody should be telling you how you should be enjoying it. I think doing glitches in Zombies is something that we've been doing from the very beginning, and it's kind of like actually baked into the game mode at this point. I'll say it again, it is a PvE game mode. The stuff that you were doing in the game isn't affecting other players or the time that the other players are putting into the game. If we're talking about things like multiplayer or Warzone, things where other people are actually trying to play on a fair ground, no, I don't believe doing glitches or anything like that is fair whatsoever. I don't think you should be doing that at all. If it's something like getting outside of a map in Zombies or experimenting with a completely busted, overpowered glitch with a wonder weapon, like, what is really the harm in that? The only real issue that I think that there is that Treyarch is going to see this and think that people are going to be leveling up too fast, and they think that once they hit max level that they're just not going to be playing as much anymore. And even though that might be ever so slightly true, that kind of actually highlights a bigger problem in Black Ops 6 that the devs have, which I think is just replayability. Don't get me wrong, I think that Black Ops 6 is actually a pretty damn good game, especially when it comes to the zombie side of things. I do think that the experiences that we have in this game so far have honestly been absolutely phenomenal. I think they've done a great job with the maps. A couple of them not as great as the other ones. That's honestly kind of expected no matter what. I think one of the things that this game is proving with the round-based model is that when we get round-based maps, the whole community gets really excited and everybody plays it for about the first week, but once everybody's completed the Easter egg, got that main quest done, maybe they've done all these side Easter eggs, after that point, most people just kind of fall off and stop playing the map. I think one of the main issues for this is just progression. It really doesn't feel like there's a reason to keep playing. Aside from leveling up your operator, or let's say if you want to go for the Nebula Mastery camo, maybe get some of those Dark Ops challenges done so you can get some calling cards. Those are really the only reasons to continuously keep playing the game, and I think at this point in the life cycle, the people that were diehard fans of the game are already kind of to a point where they want to be. I think a lot of these people have like already hit that Master Prestige rank and they've kind of like slowed down their grind a lot. While some of these experiences may be amazing and they're wonderful, great experiences, and there's something that you may even want to come back to years later to experience, but is it something that you're actually going to want to grind on a daily? And I think that's where it's starting to have issues. Once you've hit that Master Prestige, once you get that Nebula camo, once you've completed the Citadel main quest once, twice, 3 times, is there really a reason for you to keep completing the quest other than to just defeat the boss again? This is just a little bit of a tinfoil hat theory, but I think that Treyarch actually knows that we are kind of in a day and age where we need constant updates. Giving us only 4 maps throughout the entirety of the life cycle just wouldn't have been enough to cut it. I feel like if they want to do just a full year of nothing but round-based zombies, we're at a point where we need at least 6 maps in that yearly life cycle. Because the unfortunate thing is kind of from what this game has shown is that these maps, after they release, they have about a life cycle of a month. No, I don't mean by after that it just completely dies and like fizzles away, but what happens is the main player base, that big hype around the map, it kind of just goes away after that point. The main quest Easter egg will be solved on the very first day by the community. The large YouTubers will throw up all their Easter egg guides. We'll have roughly about a week where people are looking for all of the side Easter eggs and little stuff that we might have missed throughout the map. People will start trying to figure out like the cheesiest methods to defeat the boss, and we'll have all of the casuals and 9-to-5 workers and stuff like that trying to catch up and finishing the Easter egg and stuff like that. And that's kind of after that point is where it just kind of goes silent again until we get the next DLC. This isn't really a knock against Treyarch or anything. I actually think that they've handled this year with round-based zombies actually pretty well, especially so far. They've kept up with the updates really nicely. But now the unfortunate thing is, like I've mentioned before, is I think that this day and age, it's kind of the bare minimum that they would have to do in order to make a round-based zombies mode successful right now. Because if they were to only give us 4 maps throughout the life cycle, and if we had to wait for one in between each season, like if we were to only get one every other season, oh man. I feel like there would be a lot of bored zombie players and a lot of people's ad revenue would be severely hurting here on YouTube. And I know that there's a lot of people out there that are kind of mad that Call Call of Duty's been following the Fortnite trends and stuff, especially when it comes to the bundles and their skins and things like that. When it comes to being a live service game here in 2025, this is just kind of what people are expecting, is constant updates, new things for you to do or toys to play with, like whether it's new levels or skins or weapons or honestly whatever the case may be. We're just kind of in that age where people need these things to stay constantly connected to a game. There are certain experiences in gaming where I wouldn't absolutely change a single thing about it. Like, let's take The Last of Us 1. I would never change a single thing about that video game, but the thing is that I cannot play that game every single day. Call of Duty is a game that myself and many others out there, we want to be able to play this game every single day. If it's not being kept up on properly, and if we don't have new things to work towards, then what's really going to be the point? Some food for thought, guys. I know I got off on a little bit of a tangent there. I just kind of wanted to talk to you guys about that. We are going to go ahead and wrap things up here. If you guys did make it this far into the video, I absolutely greatly do appreciate you guys. Knock the hell out of that like button if you guys enjoyed the video. Subscribe to the channel if anybody is new. I hope you guys have a wonderful rest of your day, and I will catch you in the next one.